joining us now on the right-to guest line, LA Dodgers TV analyst and World Series champion, Jerry Hairston Jr. Jerry, this was just a matter of time, right? You knew this was always going to happen. That BS about Toronto, that never had anything going, did it?
Well, you never know. Throughout the whole process, especially if you're a free agent like Shohei Ohtani, you're going to make sure you cover all your bases, especially in free agency. You look at all your options, but I said it, a week ago, if I was him, there's no other place to play than the Los Angeles Dodgers. LA, great weather all the time. The stadium is packed. You got passionate fans. You get to stay at home if you want to, because he's got a home in Newport Beach, not too far from LA. And you get a chance to join a team that already has Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, a team that has proven to be in the postseason just about every year and many, many more years to come. So I thought it was the perfect fit for Shohei Ohtani. He thought the same thing.
Hey, when it comes to the 10 years, $700 million, how much do you know how much is deferred?
There's a lot of money deferred for many years. I don't know the exact amount that is deferred, but I heard it's pretty substantial. The one thing that I had heard from a couple reliable sources is that he had presented this contract of deferring money to the Dodgers because he said he wants to win. He wants them to be aggressive in the free agent market or the trade market to add other pieces. So he's allowing the Dodgers to do so. That's why he wanted to defer the money, which really, guys, if you break it down, ESPN did a breakdown last season that in the neighborhood of 70 to 80 million, he generates revenue for the Anaheim Angels. Now, we all know the Angels are a really good organization, a major league franchise, but they're not the Dodgers. They're not the iconic brand like the Dodgers, a global brand like the Dodgers. So if he's bringing that much money every year to the Angels, how much more so is he going to be bringing to the Dodgers on a global scale? So if you really break it down, the numbers, it's actually a team-friendly contract because we're talking about a guy who is the Babe Ruth of this generation, the best athlete on the planet, without question, a guy who throws 100 miles an hour, hits 500-foot bombs, has incredible speed, 6'5", about 225 pounds, just a dynamic athlete. And so many eyes now will be on Dodger Stadium globally.
Joe, I can imagine that after next year that he'll be a part of that starting rotation. But in the meantime, DH, maybe he spells Freeman at first base, maybe he goes to the outfield. How much will they utilize him? I know they'll probably play him almost every other day. As far as in the field, or he be strictly the DH?
He's going to be strictly the DH. Now, he's a good enough athlete to play the outfield or first base, but Freddie Freeman plays first base every day, Gold Glove caliber first baseman. But you got to remember, he just had Tommy John surgery.
Right.
So we don't want him throwing the baseball at all. So having him DH every single day, penciling him in the lineup. I have a feeling he'll be the two-hole hitter, hitting behind Mookie Betts, hitting in front of Freddie Freeman. That's a pretty good 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it is.
Where starting pitchers are going to have to deal with those three 15 to 16, 17, 18 times a night. That's pretty fun.
All right. I'm real curious, Jerry, and I hope you can help me out. I'm not a doctor. I did stay at a Holiday Inn once, but try to help me here. And that is, if he just had the Tommy John surgery on his elbow, he's still going to swing the bat. Is there any concern from anybody in the Dodgers organization that swinging the bat would do injury again to that elbow? Or can you help me out how it all works?
That is a tremendous question. In 2005, I tore my UCL on my left elbow. If I was a left-handed thrower, I would not be allowed to play anymore. I'd have to have Tommy John surgery, and my season would have been over. But because I throw right-handed, I could. It's the same thing with Shohei Ohtani. Him being a left-handed hitter, he leads with that right arm. It doesn't affect him swinging the bat whatsoever. So he's going to be ready to go for the start of the season, and he'll continue to swing the bat and swing the bat like he did last season. And I said it a couple times, guys. If you look what he's done offensively, he is improving every single year with his average, his bat-to-ball skills, driving the baseball out of the ballpark. So he was not only the best hitter on the market, you can make a case he is the best pitcher on the market when he's healthy. So this coming season will be the DH. And then moving forward in 2025, he will be a starting pitcher once again.
Yeah, Jared, it's interesting. You saw the report that Dave Roberts had met with him and his people, and you're just curious, those conversations. Obviously, they left the general manager as far as numbers are concerned. Was a lot of it to just what you said as far as utilization of him? How's your arm feel? And this is what our goals are for you, and maybe have a meeting of the minds with those goals before they put the final numbers together?
I've known Dave Roberts since 1997. We played against each other through the minor leagues, on through the big leagues, and obviously we have a great relationship now. When Dave Roberts was wrongfully criticized for speaking up and saying, yes, I'm not going to lie to you, we met with him.
Sure.
Everybody blasted Dave Roberts, and he should have said anything. Listen, you're Shohei Ohtani. You think that's going to hinder your decision by your future manager just saying, yeah, I met with him? Obviously, it had zero effect. Shohei Ohtani met with the Dodgers, and I had heard that one of the first questions he had asked the Dodgers is, I want to see your development. I want to see your farm system. I want to see the players you guys have in A-ball, AA, AAA, who's going to be coming up the pipeline. He wanted to really get to know the organization, the farm system, and what they had in place for not just this season, but for many, many years going forward. And for him to really break down this entire process and knowing, you know what, this is the place for me. This is the place for my family. I want to be here in LA and a Dodger for the next 10 years. There isn't an opt-out clause in his contract, so he's going to be with us for the next 10 years. I think it's the perfect marriage.
Jerry Hairston's our guest on the Right Toyota guest line. So my follow-up to that is the sour taste in all of Dodger fans and the organization, has that left after you got booted so unceremoniously last year in the playoffs, now that Ohtani has signed?
No, it has not. And you know what? Actually, you kind of put it delicate. Booted is putting it lightly. The Arizona Diamondbacks, makes no mistake about it, and the Dodgers understand that. We got our butts kicked. We got swept. We did not play well. The D-backs played outstanding defensively, offensively, pitched well. They took it to the Dodgers. So you know what? I'd like to thank the D-backs for really kind of taking it to us, because it put everything on notice. Hey, man, we got to perform a whole lot better in the postseason. We're going to need the players to do so. We add Shohei Ohtani, and best believe the Dodgers are not done. They're going to be continually aggressive in the free agent market, possibly in the trade market to add. Because, listen, I don't think the D-backs are going away, guys. They're not going away. They're young, they're talented, they're confident, and they just added Rodriguez, and he had a pretty good year last year. He's a left-handed pitcher, too, so trust me. I think it's great for the game. The D-backs are not only here for a year, I think they're going to be here to stay for quite some time. So I think it's great for baseball, great for our division. And it up to ante. It forces clubs to make changes and make sure you better have a great ball club heading into spring training and for the season.
Could there be a prodigal son coming back to the Dodgers, i.e. Cody Bellinger?
I never say never. Cody Bellinger had an incredible season. I'm so proud of him. He made some changes in his swing. He's finally healthy. It takes some time after that surgery, man, that shoulder surgery to be fully healthy. He looked healthy last year, loved his swing, his bat path. He's, in my eyes, the best defensive center fielder in all of baseball. I think first base, he is elite at first base as well. So I hope Cody Bellinger gets paid. He deserves it. I know there's a lot of teams vying for his services. I don't know if it's LA. I don't know if it's going to be Seattle, Toronto, San Francisco. I don't know, but make no mistake. Whoever gets Cody Bellinger, they're getting an MVP player.
So you don't think he's going to stay with the Cubs?
You know what? When the Cubs just missed out on Shohei Ohtani, Blue Jays just missed out on Shohei Ohtani, all these other teams just missed out on the best free agent possibly in the history of the game. Everybody's in play now because now they're going to be aggressive. They got money to spend. So I wouldn't put it past the Cubs to come back and get Cody Bellinger, but Cody Bellinger is such a great player. A lot of teams are going to be vying for his services.
Dodgers, they're considered the best run organization in baseball. They've dominated the National League West for 11 years. They'll probably do it for another decade. Jerry, as always, man, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And I know you're going to start getting all kinds of requests for hats and jerseys and, all kinds of stuff signed by him as the merchandise, the caps, all that. Oh, it's gonna be nuts. Absolutely nuts.
I may have to change my number, but I'm going to let you know my new number, Rock, because you still owe me Pebble Beach. It's been, what, 10 years? 12 years?
Give or take. Yeah, who's counting, Jerry? You know.
Let me ask you this. Is there a deal? You know, you've been traded a few times in the big leagues, right? And there's always some good deals, right? So what if it's like I throw in 3 rounds of different courses here in the Valley that would equal maybe 1 round at Pebble, just so we could play? Because, you know, it's taken me 10 years.
Here, I'm going to help you out, Rob.
All right.
The only way you can get out of Pebble Beach, and I'll let the slide, is you have to promise me a round in Augusta with Tiger Woods. If you do that,
oh really? All right, I'll work on that one.
And I know Tiger Woods is listening. Tiger,
yeah,
you listen to Rockin' Mooch all the time. He's probably on the range right now, hitting balls, listening right now. Tiger, if you're listening, remember, I will let it slide if me and you play Augusta and Rocks makes it happen.
Oh man, I played the Ritz-Carlton 2 weeks ago, which is where Tiger and his son are playing this week in that big tournament there in Orlando. So that's the closest I get you to Tiger is that place. But all right, I'll get on it.
I actually just played that course 10 days ago. So no, that doesn't count.
The Ritz-Carlton one
doesn't count.
Wow.
Yeah, I just played there.
Oh, I was there. I was just there too in Orlando. We may have been playing the same day. Nice track though. I like it. It was pretty. It was pretty open, but it was a good shape for a couple weeks before the tournament, which was expected. But great place, Ritz-Carlton. I can see how you roll, man. Ritz-Carlton. That's just. Man,
so you're not.
Jerry was just,
Oh, Jerry, we raised
before
Jerry
he got to LA.
Yeah.
Before you got a TV guy, he's gonna be in Japan doing games. All right, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it as always.
All right, guys. Take care.
It's Jerry Hairston Jr., the real J Hair on Twitter. Check him out. Coming up, it's our Learn on Row 1 call. It'll be a weekend wrap, and we'll go through what happened this